What makes us human? This age-old question lies at the heart of our existence. Where did we come from? How did we evolve so distinctly from all other species? The answers lie somewhere between the expanding realms of science and the delicate whispers of philosophy. Our story begins with the origins of life, impossibly small, single-celled organisms that drifted in ancient oceans. These humble beginnings gave way to sprawling evolutionary branches filled with incredible diversity. Yet, amidst this vast biological canvas, humankind emerged as an anomaly. The montage of life unfolds before us, from microorganisms to primates, and then something different. Unlike other creatures bound solely to the unyielding forces of natural selection, humans forged a path of their own. But how did this happen? How do we explain humanity's rapid fire of innovation, intelligence, and complex social behaviors? These are mysteries that science, though powerful, struggles to fully illuminate. And so, we set out on this journey, not just of facts, but of inquiry, of reflection. What if there's more to our story than evolution? What if there are pieces of ourselves yet to be uncovered? Take a moment to consider the simplest acts of being human: walking upright, speaking a language, imagining a future. These marvels differentiate us from every other species, but they also come at a cost. Our bipedal stance, though freeing our hands for creation, put enormous stress on our spines and made childbirth an excruciating, risk-laden process. Our lack of fur is another oddity. Shedding the protective layers abundant in other mammals left us vulnerable to the elements. Why would nature carve this path? The answers, if they exist, seem to hold more questions than clarity. Even our intelligence, the crown jewel of our species, presents its own paradox. How did our brains undergo such explosive growth in such a relatively short time frame? There is no other mammal whose cognitive development rivals ours, and yet, when you look deeper, this brain explosion raises more questions than it answers. These contradictions are not flaws, they are mysteries. Mysteries that tease the edges of evolutionary science. Let us pause for a moment to look within, at the intricate helix of life itself, DNA. The blueprints of all living things, from the simplest microbe to the complexity of humankind, are etched into these molecules. And yet, despite the staggering leap in genomics, we've realized something unsettling. Much of our DNA doesn't appear to serve any clear function. Dubbed junk DNA, scientists once dismissed vast portions of our genetic material as useless. But could this be a grave oversight? Within these seemingly idle sequences may lie secrets that propelled our adaptability, language, and creativity. Perhaps, buried in that genetic junk, is the code of human singularity. Like unlocking an ancient text, the key to understanding our nature may lie waiting in what we've overlooked. Evolutionary scholars refer to a pivotal threshold in human history, the point where biology gave way to culture. Early humans harnessed fire, crafted tools, and painted symbols onto cave walls. Why did this happen only for us? Other animals adapt to their environments, but humans reshape the environment itself. Language was the spark that ignited this leap. To name the world, to tell its stories, to share abstract ideas, these are acts of cognition, fueled by imagination. And imagination is not merely a biological adaptation. It is an echo of something deeper, something intangible. But is our creativity purely human? Or was this leap from biology to culture guided by forces unseen? Perhaps evolution, as we understand it, isn't the entire story. Could it be that humanity domesticated itself? The theory of self-domestication offers a provocative lens through which to view our evolution. Much like domesticated animals, dogs, cattle, even cats, our ancestors might have chosen traits that made social cooperation and creativity more likely. Domesticated animals exhibit unique juvenile traits compared to their wild counterparts: playfulness, lower aggression, and even physical changes in size and structure. Strikingly, humans show many of these same characteristics. Could the secret to our evolution be a process of biology bending itself inward, adapting us not to survive alone, but together? Through this lens, humanity emerges not as conqueror of its world, but as a species continually refining itself, a strange and deliberate craft. Let us now consider the notion of a domus. A concept neither confined to science nor imagination, the domus suggests a protected space, physical or metaphorical, in which humanity evolved away from nature's chaos. Perhaps early humans benefited from such a sanctuary, where they could test cooperation, refine culture, and introduce adaptations untethered from survival's cruel efficiencies. But such a hypothesis invites bolder considerations. Was this sanctuary accidental or intentional? If intentional, who or what created it? Were we chosen for this protected experiment, and if so, by whom? The domus raises ethical and philosophical quandaries. Are we alone in crafting our path, or has an unseen hand guided these key moments in evolution, nudging us towards something unknowable? Every culture has its myths, its great tales of creation. From gods molding humans from clay to cosmic energies birthing sentient beings, our ancestors yearned to explain what science could not. But myths are not answers. They are mirrors, reflecting the values, fears, and dreams of those who tell them. Still, the persistence of these stories across time and geography cannot be ignored. What if their commonality suggests a deeper truth, that humanity senses a mystery within itself that defies rationality? Is our quest for understanding merely a human invention, or are we responding to a call embedded in our very being? To address the mystery of our origins, we must embrace the limitation of knowledge itself. Science, for all its achievements, cannot fully explain the why of existence. It can show us the workings of a cell, the mechanics of evolution, and the code of our genetics. But when we ask why humanity exists at all, why our species found the light of consciousness in a universe indifferent to its creations, science falls silent. This is where philosophy finds its place, not to answer, but to guide, to dig deeper into the human heart, to frame our journey in meaning, even where none seems to exist. The story of humanity's evolution resembles a tapestry, woven from the strands of both facts and wonder. The bipedal steps we first took on an ancient savanna echo in every philosophical stride we now take toward understanding. But as we push forward, let us not forget the mystery. Let us honor the unknown, for in it lies the beauty of what makes us human. The domus, the self-domestication theory, the role of myths, they are not definitive answers. They are provocations, tools to help us shape the larger picture. Perhaps the greatest secret of all is that the answers lie not in discovery, but in inquiry itself. And so we return to the beginning. The question of humanity's origins remains tantalizingly out of reach. Who or what shaped us? Were we the product of chance, of divine intent, or something else altogether? The truth, for now, eludes us. But within the wandering, the questioning, and the pondering lies something uniquely human, our hunger to understand ourselves and the world around us. In the end, perhaps it is not the answers that matter most, but the mystery itself. It is the mystery that makes us seek, that makes us hope, that makes us human. Leave a comment with your theories. Subscribe to the channel to not miss the next episodes of this incredible quest for truth.